Be a fun marathon leading up to the Civ 6 release. Play all the Civs 1 through 5. Wow. That would be a pretty involved job. Okay, so that's hot there, so there might be a lot magma on the other side. But I think we can grab all that pretty safely. Finally starting to weave a little bit of the thread. If I go, can we make wafers yet? Yes, we can. Boop. Boop. And boop. Nice. And what about pig iron? Excellent. Pig iron and steel. Oops. Sure, make black bronze bars. That's fine too. Don't really have much use for it, but too lazy to go and cancel it. Pig iron, steel bars. Okay, good. I could move a stockpile down here too to keep the stuff nearby, but it's fine. So there's some fighting, but that's just some sparring sounds going on there. People can get injured during sparring practice. Doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. People keep cooking masterpieces. So my dwarves should be relatively happy, which we can actually see if we open up Dwarf Therapist, which is where? There it is. Reconnect. And happiness. Well, some people aren't quite as happy. Meta joke. Why are you unhappy? Felt bitterness after getting into an argument, grouchiness when caught in the rain. But otherwise, you're actually pretty okay. I'm surprised you're not any happier than you are here. Quite content. With a big negative stress level. So yeah, you're actually okay. Fine. Within the last week, she felt nothing after witnessing death. That statement always scares the crap out of me. Like, what is wrong with you? I feel nothing. So, stress levels are dropping. So the most stressed person is like super pieced over here. Bliss after dining in a very good dining room. Loneliness after being away from family. Loneliness after being away from friends. Frustration being unable to pray for too long. Why is that? Are you part of the military? Maybe you were just a little too active? I don't know, but like, you should all be fine. You're all on intermittent schedules. I don't know, whatever. They feel nothing if they witness too much death. Anyone who played DF recently had many tantrums. Whenever I've played since the World Simulation update, I haven't had a single tantrum. No, things have been pretty okay tantrum-wise. Although, you know, sometimes that's a question of learning some skill. You know, just being a little bit better at organizing things. But maybe some of the emotional balances have changed. Okay, that's all considered to be hot. Well, not this here. So we'll have to be a little bit cautious in proceeding with some of our mining here to make sure that we're not accidentally hitting magma, although we're mostly okay. So we're still trying to get a few more wafers here and there. The dwarves are still around, but we're done trading with them. I mean, potentially we may have made some more mugs, but not there yet. Trying to smelt things as aggressively as possible here. And these guys are very, very, very slowly weaving adamantine into adamantine thread, which will then get smelted into wafers, which we will use to make adamantine armor with, I think. I think that's the way we're going to go. So if we're going to do that, we want magma forge, I suppose. So it looks like the best place... Where's the remove construction key? Z? No, that's stairs. Remove construction is N. There we go. So then we can get some... Not just smelters, but forgers going on. Who's that? McCavity! Hey, thank you very much for the resub, McCavity. Streaming RimWorld anytime soon. No plans to stream RimWorld in the near future, but there's another Let's Play starting shortly. Let's do shit. Make candy axes. Candy axes. Candy breastplates also are quite tanky, but I think if you're going to make stuff out of adamantine, probably the weapons are actually the more interesting bet, aren't they? It's raining right now, so some dwarves are going to be unhappy about that. Yeah, we're just deconstructing a little bit of the floor here. Lorbum keeps making master work. I think cooking. Build, workshop, magma forge. Oops. And then the metalsmith would be the last thing if we want to go back to making our mugs. It's probably a good idea. Who's that? Delirium with the 2-year subiversary. Hey, thank you very much. Must mean it's almost time for Let 'em Dare. It is. Let 'em Dare is in like 2 weeks now? Something like that. A metalsmith's forge. Okay. So, designate to remove construction. So, same thing. Just such a long time to walk down here. Again, this is not as bad as doing it over the Masterwork Sea, but we are like down 125 Z levels. Actually, we're 25 Z levels. That's not too bad. This poor guy's thirsty. And working with hematite. Tracy Bluth, hey, thank you very much for the resub. 31 months, wow. Adamantine mugs. Are you at risk of magma crabs at the cavern? I'm not sure. I think that's mostly the magma sea. I don't know if they spawn here. Could be. That's okay, I'm not worried. What could possibly go wrong? Can you make an elevator? No, that would be cool. You can make mine carts, which actually would be a good way to get stuff down here really fast. Actually. Check announcements. Oh, there you go. And surrounding lands have been made into a barony. So, we have a king and a baron. Harass is a baron and requires fancy roomings. We're gonna get started on you really soon there. I kind of want to babysit this. But you're right. There we go. We have a baron and a king in the same place, which I don't think you usually do. I think usually it upgrades, doesn't it? Is it possible to drain the lava into the circus? I'm assuming that not. I'm assuming there's a sort of immunity there or something, because otherwise people would probably do it all the time. That would be really fun, though. Yeah, I could pump magma higher up into my fortress, yes. And at some point I'm going to have to make like a magma pump stack, because that's probably a good way to lead to fun, and also is a good way to get your foundries closer up to the surface. So there exist pumps, and you can use them to pump water, or if they're made out of the right material, you can use them to pump magma. So weapons. Adamantine. Adamantine battle axes. Right? You guys agree? Battle axe of adamantine. Actually, just you're baking unlimited amounts is what you're going to do. So we're just going to keep it on repeat. Wooden magma pumps. Yeah, that's the way to go. And we will make... We still need some steel breastplates. Oops, not weapons. Armor out of steel. Breastplate. Which we have a repeating job on there. We actually have a couple standing around. Okay. I'll still add the... we'll do that. Steel helmet. And armor. Steel. Gauntlets. Greaves. Okay, that should be okay, actually. Alright. Oh, set min skill. Yeah, that's a good idea. That is actually a really good idea. So we say you have to be at least an adept. It'll increase the chance that we'll get super awesome stuff out of it. I may want to go above that, but adept's pretty high. Or adept. Either way you want to say it. There we go. So all of these Hopefully we've got enough people who are that skilled. I guess we can find out, right? Dwarf Therapist. If we sort by Weaponsmith. We have Accomplished and Talented. I think Accomplished is above Adept, so Hawk is probably the only person who can do that. What about for armoring? We actually don't have anyone skilled enough for it, for the steel armor. Oh, that's disappointing. But at least there's someone who can work the weapons. Adventure mode next with full adamantine armor. That's funny. And engineering's visiting. Excellent. So, how are we looking? Alright, so we still have some adamantine kicking around that we haven't used yet, so I don't have to go and dig for more adamantine yet. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping we don't use too much adamantine thread to suture people. That would be a little bit disappointing, but we should be attempting to smelt it down pretty aggressively and frequently, I hope. Ah, the Dwarven merchants have finally left. Have fun, boys! And yeah, I still need to do one more trio of those because I want the metalsmith as well. Because this is the forge, but yeah, I also want the metalsmith to be set up over here. Found the circus yet? No, I found Candy. Maybe Candy will lead us to the circus, who knows? I certainly have no idea. Having adamantine stitches makes you feel like a badass, though. That's very true. That is really true. I haven't invited the circus in yet. Nope. Still have to hire some clowns. It's fine. Mr. Risling, thank you very much for the sub. Can you build a wall around the candy so you can dig it out? Yeah, I think there are things you can do. I think if we dumped water adjacent to the candy, it would turn the magma into obsidian, so then we could dig out more of the adamantine. I believe that's possible. I've never really messed around with it too much. Takes a long time to deconstruct these floors. Silver maces are the best weapon. Yeah, it absolutely is. Because silver is extremely dense. It doesn't necessarily hold an edge very well, but it's great for bludgeoning weapons. So build, workshop. Wait, I'm confused about something. Magma forge. Is there not a magma metalsmith? Oh. I guess there's not. Alright, well then... Let me just put the floors back so no one falls in and dies. I know, how undwarfy of me. So, I'm going to set up some more workshops then for the metalsmiths. Make sure we got lots of mugs coming. Did I just make it out of copper bars? I did. Forge is a forge. There's a magma metalsmith? Magma forge is the metalsmith. Oh! Okay. Alright. Cool. Apparently I still have a metalsmith somewhere. So when I was trying to build it, it was telling me there was one. So they literally do the same thing. Just a silly naming convention. Oh, it's probably right over here. Right, yeah, it is the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to cancel you. Excellent. And then down below here. So I should make a change around. I should only have one making the adamantine stuff when it comes up. So let me... change this other two so that you don't make adamantine stuff. And therefore, I'm going to change the profile to allow you to have any skill level. There we go. So I'll only have one that is required to have high skill, and that's where we do the adamantine. These other two will do other objects. Iron goblet. Other objects. Iron goblet. There we go. So 2 places are going to go back to making our iron mugs. And then this one here is going to make adamantine when we actually have enough material for it. Okay. Candy strands are different from threads. Strands will not be used to suture. Thread must be produced from strands. Oh, okay, okay. So I'm just extracting metal strands. And then you go to a loom and you weave the strands into thread. Because you can make adamantine clothing. Alternatively, I can make the strands into wafers, I believe. Alright, I think we're okay. Yeah, adventure mode is I don't particularly care for it. Fortress mode is awesome. And then over here, this is where we're extracting the strands. Yeah, good. Make adamantine clothing and armor for the queen. Oh, that would be really cool. Okay, so now we've set that up, let's go and figure out where we're going to put our barony stuff. Now, do we want it on the same level as the actual royal rooms? Like, we could make some other wing, you know, off to the side over here or something like that. You don't have to work quite as hard for the barons to be fancy. Or we could have them maybe off from the dining area. Where do you want the baron to live? Kind of cool to see things from so far away. Same level as the royal chambers, so severed wing. Barons are below royalty, of course, but they can be on the same level, or on the level, like, physically below. But, I mean, we could just build it over here.
I can't do it.
Someone else says around the king's quarters, next to the candy. I don't know about that. Queen level, keep the smelly royals together. Alright, so what we could do is go door, build some other hallway that goes off over here. You know, and we'll leave room for potential future construction. And then build the Baron's space. Like this. Just a much smaller version of what the Royals have. So a smaller audience chamber. Dining room. Bedroom. I mean, it's still going to be pretty lavishly decorated, but nowhere near the same. Something like that. And then yes, we can prepare a lava stack to flood the royals with lava later on. Sure, why not? Shouldn't make it too long because it makes it slower. True, but I like having them out of the way. I'm gonna go and cancel a little bit of this mining job here. I can't remember. I think they're gonna need. Do you need a tomb as well? You do. So I do want like a sort of noble catacombs over here. And I'm gonna prepare for potentially a follow-up, like for a second king. I actually don't know how tall it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then like that. So that'll be a second royal tomb in the future. And then we'll have the lesser ones a little further away. 2, 3, 4. Actually, we'll do 3 and then. Actually, I'll have the doorway on this side. Yeah, I like that. So, possibility for fancy noble tombs later on. Cool. What are the little box-looking things in the undug area? Oh, it's just random noise to make it look slightly more interesting and varied. They literally mean nothing. It's just a side effect, partially, of the tile set I use, but yeah, just like if you ever look at some of the other things. Well, I guess there's no real cave noise. Some of them do, or the grass, there'll be extra little variation in some places, and it's just details.
Yes, I'll do it, but no, it won't work.
Leave pillars?
I can't do it.
No, I don't think I'll leave pillars for those. Oh, here. Okay, I'll have to rebuild it. Just build that out of wall, which is going to be okay. Yeah, Royal Mausoleum. Okay, so we'll have to build a wall there instead. Oops. Not a big deal. Although I don't think you can engrave the walls. But it'll mostly look fine. So build, construct, and the advantage of this too, you can have it one material, which is nice. So we line it up like that. And we make it, I don't know, limestone. I should be using blocks so they don't actually have to haul quite as much. Meh. Or does it matter? Actually does matter a little bit. Limestone blocks. We have gold blocks. Crazy. There we are. That should look fine. I have a ton of lignite over here. I'm tempted to sort of carve that out, but in the interest of not mashing things too much. Why is there a different stone here? Marcasite, lignite. Oh, okay. Lignite just looks funny. So, smooth all that. Build door. Here. Here. Build the coffin. There and there. And it'll probably need some statues and stuff to beautify this room. So I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and pre-place some now. Meanwhile, we're digging that area out. What is this? Sapphire clusters. Ooh! Alright, mine out the sapphire. That's cool. So, oh, we've been doing it 3 hours. We got to switch over to the multiplayer. So, we'll do that in a couple of minutes. So, for those of you who don't know, on Saturdays we always tend to end with a multiplayer game with Twitch TV subscribers. We're going to be playing Dota 2 today because A, it's a lot of fun. I can't decide if we're going to do. We'll probably do the Gold Rush ARAMs because they're fun. They tend to be quick. We can usually fit in 2 games of that at least. So we're going to do that. And we're playing Dota 2 because the International is on right now. And the International is like the greatest esports tournament there is. It's like a huge, huge event. Tons and tons of money. I don't know what the prize pool is, but it's well over 10 million. Have they hit like 20 million? Anything like that? Like just ridiculous, ludicrous numbers for the prize pool for the International. And it's really fun to watch, and I always do so. That's why we're going to be playing some Dotas. Some Dotes. Let's put the bed like there, and then we'll put some statues behind there. Which will look really nice, and then a couple of cabinets. I don't know if they actually demand cabinets, but put some cabinets there and there. Then we're gonna have a little bit of a dining room here. And some thrones. And then over here is going to be the sort of audience chamber. So we'll do that. And we'll have armor stand. Weapon rack, that's what it is. Weapon rack there. Okay. Designated to be smooth. Good. We may not bother engraving. We'll have to see how it goes. And yeah, at some point I could hide the rocks here as well. Who's that? Kelro, thanks for the sub! Am I looking forward to Let 'em Dare? Yes, I am. Although I have to say, I've been feeling really sort of just tired and worn out lately, and there's part of me that's like, can I do Let 'em Dare? On the other hand, that's going to be my 15th Let 'em Dare, and I have, in a row, I have not broken the streak, including the time I was flying over the Atlantic. So how do you not do that? So I guess we are going to have to do it. I guess we just have to. Alright, we are going to make a tomb here. Assign it to Shras, our Baron. I probably won't be quite impressed with it yet. We'll get back to it later on. Let's take a look. Oh no, tomb's fine. Just needs a basic tomb of some kind. It's actually, once it gets smoothed out, I'm betting it's going to hit, like, exquisite levels. So that's good. And then over here, make a bedroom. Assign to you. Make a dining room. Assign to you. Statues being slowly hauled in. Apparently statues are pretty heavy. Especially when they're made out of stone. Any chance for more KSB or City Skyline? Well, not today. But definitely, I suspect, at some point in the future. I'm hoping there's another big expansion of some kind for City Skylines. I'm hoping it's bigger and more impressive than what's come out so far, because that'll really get me back into the game. And I actually was playing KSB this morning. Not recording, just playing for me. Still love Kerbal Space Program. Just gotta wait for someone to bring that chair. Someone is... Nope. Oh, they're bringing the chairs for the dining room right now. My god, everything's moving so slowly! This frame rate, though. I mean, they are legitimately moving slowly because they're hauling heavy stuff, but the frame rate's not helping. Still need a throne to be built here. I guess even all the furniture is made out of stone, so it's all heavy and slow. So that's true. How you doing, Mr. Baron? One chest you need... Oh yeah, I actually never put in any chests over here. So he just still has another bedroom assigned somewhere. You're gonna need to be lots of chests in your bedroom. There we are.
I can't do it. I just can't.
No, I've never really tried Nomeria. I may one day. I don't know. Build, designate, hide. No, sorry, wrong way. Designate, build, hide. Oops. Forgot that it would do all kinds of construction and not just stone blocks here. Oops. And there we go. So now, no more low stone blocks. Last time we just dumped them. But now they're still there. They're just invisible. So that'll look prettier until we use them all up. Alright, so that's all being smoothed. We'll eventually smooth the bits up here too. Have the chest in there. Still waiting for someone to bring that throne for our Baron's throne room. Well, it's not a throne room. It's an audience chamber. More petitions. Sure, you can join our party. I just want to let that finish, and then we'll have to wrap up the Dwarf Fortress part of the stream for today. You liking your quarters? Good! I'm happy you're pleased. Now, the second you start to make ridiculous demands, watch Crass be like someone who's like, I love mugs, never export any mugs. You're going to run into an unfortunate accident. What do you prefer? You like tetrahedrate, nickel, lace agate, giant badger tooth, hawk for their notched fins, or hack, I suppose. The words of the learning of planning and the sound of the flowery tones. When possible, prefers to consume giant aardvark and artichoke wine. Absolutely detest rats. That's an interesting set of preferences. If can't even know circuses or clowns. Not yet. We could get them any second. Anytime we wanted, we could have them. There's the throne room. Again, audience chamber. Assign. Boom. So, how you feeling now? You're nearly there. You don't consider your office to be quite good enough. I'm sure once you get your weapon rack, armor stand, and all of it smooth, you'll probably be okay. A dwarven child has been taken by a fey mood. Ooh. That's exciting. We've only had one siege. The fact that we've unlocked all the caverns mean we could be getting more Forgotten Beasts, and that hasn't really happened yet. Things have been remarkably gentle so far, which seems wrong. Need to boost the difficulty level. Do we want to make the Adamantine? Nope. Presumably we don't have enough stuff yet. Got a bunch of goblets kicking around that haven't been carried anywhere yet. That's okay.
Wow. Did you see what I did with this? I'm gonna hang on to this.
Metadroke has grown attached to a steel shield. People are really loving their shields. So here's a question. Should we go and open the circus now? Or should we not open the circus and then we can stream this one more time, have another like reasonable session, and at the end of that open up the circus? So if we open up the circus, that's going to be the end of this fort completely. So I'm actually thinking maybe we should wait until next time. Because then we'd get another full episode, and we don't have Adamantine gear yet. It would be really fun to actually produce some things out of Adamantine, which I don't think I've ever played a fort long enough to actually do that yet. So actually, I don't think I'm going to destroy the fort now. Yeah, do not open, not open, don't open, no. Some people are saying now and do it, but mostly waits and don't open. I think that would be better, because then we'll get another full session. We'll try to get some Adamantine swords kicking around. Oh, what are you making, child?
This workshop's mine now.
That was a very deep voice for a child, but you are a dwarf, so I guess that happens. But yeah, he's claimed the Craft Dwarf workshop. Interesting. Maybe we'll get a legendary mug. I mean, it wouldn't be an iron mug, though, so I don't know. Yeah, you guys are making the iron goblets down here. Very good.
You can't do that, Dad.
Alright, so what we're going to do is, so we've been streaming for a little over 3 hours. We're going to end the Dwarf Porch as part of the stream now. If you just came out for it, that's fine. Appreciate you coming out. Hope you had a great time. But we are going to switch into some multiplayer Dota 2 with subscribers. And as usual, if we don't fill up with subscribers, I will open it up to everyone. But we're going to take a short break. I'm going to email subscribers with the passwords for the game. And then when we come back, we're going to play at least one, probably 2 sessions of Dota 2. We'll do the Gold Rush ARAM map, which is a hell of a lot of fun. Starts you off at like 3rd level, and it's really like one lane, tight, lots of action, lots of fun. So we usually have a blast doing that. And yeah, so give me a couple of minutes, and I will be back with some Dotas and Twitch subscribers. Check your Twitch inbox in a moment. It does hit your email, but there's often a delay, so check your Twitch inbox first. And we'll see you guys in a few.